Okay, heyo everybody. Welcome to the stream. I am Braxton Wise of Third Coffee Studio. We're gonna draw a frog. That's how it works here. Braxton draws frogs. Let's start a new file. Let's see. We'll do a... No, this is for comic pages. Yeah, I think we're fine. All right. What we got? Yeah, we'll just stick with one. Black. All right. Who knows what this will look like? It could be awful. It always feels like a gamble when I'm starting. Even though it's, you know, it's not really an accident, but I don't know. For some reason, I just always feel like I'm out of my element. I guess I don't know what my element is. What is your element, Braxton? So this is just the general shape. That we're going to try to contain this into. Let's see, how do you go? I don't know why I'm so careful. Like, I can change this stuff anytime I want. Getting a little closer. Hey, Yo Strider. Welcome in. How are you doing today? Do I have the chat up? Yeah, I think so. I need to get like a unified chat thing so everyone can see each other's chat. Could that eraser be larger? Just saying. I feel like that eraser is way too big. I feel like I'm gonna have trouble with this eye today. Like, it's already fitting to cause me trouble. Hey Pi, how are you? See, they have... I try to think of it like two parts, like that. You know? The way the eye is kind of squashed in there. Maybe it's because this isn't high enough. That might be why it's giving me trouble. But it's not doing well for me right now. Mr. Hefe. Last 3 hours, there you go. Let's see. M. Young, how are you doing? Welcome in. Draw a fairy godmother giving Jenna a Cinderella transformation. I don't know who Jenna is. Hold on, I did not save this. We need to save. Save as. I don't know why this wants to pop up on this monitor. A husky, a dog, right? Okay. Is that from something? Like a movie or something? Let's see, where was I putting this? That opened to Kabuto and Woo. Could you try drawing, please? I am drawing. But we won't be doing those things. We have a project in the works. Let's see. What am I calling this? We'll call this Frogalisa, and let's put this over in. Well, I have I made a folder for it. Oh, there, Frog Mona Lisa. There we go. Now we have a save. Okay. There. Okay, so just to center this a little bit. How far do you go? Like, here, and nostril, like that. No, a little further over, like that. I was doing sketches in my sketchbook of this today. Well, one sketch. I did one sketch. While I was doing very little today. It was not a productive morning. This does not feel like it's in there. There's something that's really bugging me about that shape. That's gonna be the end of the nose. And this thing is looking freaky. Of course, that's the point, though, right? It's supposed to look freaky. Did I say hello to Strider? I think I did. I think I said hello to Strider. Strider was like the first one here, or at least the first one to say something. I don't actually know who gets here and when, because I don't look at the chat list. That way people are free to lurk. I watched this guy on YouTube who does these live streams, and these guitar repair live streams, and he recently started calling people out. and I'm like, uh-oh, that's the kiss of death. His other channel is monetized and stuff, and he started a live stream for guitar repair, and so I think he's just frustrated that it's not as easy to build a channel on live streaming as it is to build a channel on, you know, like guitar gear and reviews and stuff like that. And he starts calling people out. He's like, he's a nice guy too, and good at what he does. But he starts saying, well, because he'll come over and he'll look at the feed or whatever it is for the chat, and he's like, there's like 10 people, there's like 5 people watching and only 3 likes. Is there something I have to do to get you to click like? I'm like, you know, it seems funny at first, but you're gonna start making people leave. People just want to watch. Just the fact that they're watching is enough. It doesn't have to, you don't have to click like. You don't have to click like. It's okay. It's engagement. And it's not like I know much. It's not like my YouTube channel has a lot in it. So I'm not like some experienced YouTuber, but I am a very experienced live streamer. And I know that the last thing you want to do, at least as far as Twitch goes, is to call out your lurkers. Like, just let them lurk. It's gonna make people uncomfortable otherwise. He's a good guy too. I want to see him do well. Unfollowed a channel because the streamer was sitting there. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's I knew a guy. I don't think he streamed anymore. Well, but I don't know. I don't want to call out his name though. But he because it's very uncool. But he was calling people out. He was like watching his chat, and not the chat window itself, the chat list. So it's the people who are in there, but not talking. So you're just seeing the list of names. And he was looking at that, and he'd go, "Hello, XYZ2000. How are you doing today?" It's like they just got there, they didn't say anything in your chat, and here you are, like just 100% calling them out for having even visited. They're checking you out, man. and you just failed the test. And he could never understand. I finally spoke up. I'm like, you shouldn't do that. He eventually stopped and got a few more. He was eventually able to get up to like maybe 10 viewers at a time. But until then, he had about 3 or less. It was, yeah. He was kind of a jerk though, so I eventually stopped following his channel. Let's see. This is going to be the Mona Lisa. I don't know if anyone's getting that from the stream title. This is going to be the Mona Lisa. We're like sort of. We're not copying, but we are. Yeah, we're not really copying. But see, this one will have hair, just like the Mona Lisa hair. In other words, right? Like this. Anyway, I hope that guy stops calling out his lurkers, because again, I want to see his channel do well, and I like watching his stuff. As a live streamer, I prefer watching live content. And so I often try to find live streams on YouTube, although it's kind of difficult because YouTube treats live streams as like secondary content instead of like we may not keep this. This is like a uh-oh. This stuff's feeling wiggy. I hope my software isn't gonna freak out on me today. This is like cloth or something, which we may not keep. Hey yo, woo woo. Trying to work on comics recently, or figure out how to draw comics. Like I used to work on comics, but there wasn't a lot of standard practice being adhered to or paid attention to. And it was often at the mercy of some other person making decisions, and decisions I didn't often agree with. So I eventually stopped doing that. So I don't have as much experience as I would like for doing comics. So I've been looking up stuff like what's industry standard. It gets difficult because you have like traditional comics done on paper. Normally that's 11 by 17. And then they size it down. Probably better. I'm sure that's, you know, for image reproduction, it's better to have something larger and scale it down rather than try to scale it up. Okay. My pen is feeling laggy. I have to adjust that. The pen is starting to freak me out a little bit. I want to make sure this all fits in here. When I was working on the Uncle Wednesday thing, which I have not finished, by the way, and that's its own video. That's a separate video that I'm doing on. It's like one of my off-stream, but still live stream videos for YouTube. Let's see. Let's get that out of there. Anyway, I ran out of room and had to make adjustments. Let's see if we can do this without adjustment today. I think there's going to be adjustment, though. I'm pretty sure there's going to be adjustment. Because already, this isn't exactly where I want it. Here, let's do this. Let's move this up. Because I started a little too low. Right. And we'll be doing a little bit of a background on this one too. All right. Where's your arm? Here's your hair. Some of it spills over onto the shoulder. I have to scoop out some of these lines because they sort of confuse my eye. Maybe this needs to come down a little bit. Kind of. All right, here's the clothing and I need to start scheduling, at least I think I need to start scheduling the YouTubes, like putting it in an actual schedule, because when you do that, YouTube lets people know ahead of time and then gives them a reminder. On Twitch, those things just happen usually, so it's kind of different. Although it's not that different, really. Uh-oh. Yep. There's the pen freak out. I knew it was going to happen. I really wish I knew what was doing that. One of these days, someone will know, and they will tell me. They'll be like, Braxton, it's because of this thing. This might be a little too high or low. Actually, this seems about right, though. Let's dig that out. It's starting to look like something. I'm also trying to pay more attention to my sketching. Normally I don't put any real time into the sketch and I just start painting. So, I mean, I don't know if it's good or bad. It's just how I do. I think this comes up over like that. Yeah, I think that's right. It's got kind of like a twist. It's not a good twist. Basically, everything in my world is an experiment. Let's get some of that out of here. Hand. Maybe we'll do it like closed. Sort of creatively erase that. I'm just trying to get the roundness in there. All right, what's up next? Welcome in. Yeah, we'll do something like this. Well, we gotta keep it weird. That's what's been working for me. It's all about weird. Right? Keeping it weird, son. There, see? That starts to feel better once I dig out some of these lines that are confusing my eye. A little bit of cleavage. Don't freak out. It's just a little bit of frog cleavage. There you go. Just a tiny bit. Don't get excited. Frog Elisa. Yeah, that's, well, okay. Woo had a different idea. But it doesn't feel right. And I don't remember, it's also hard to spell. That's the main issue. What is it? Mago. Fridia? Friedi? It's the name of, it's the scientific name for a goose frog? I don't think this is a goose frog. I mean, I'm not calling out woo woo or anything. I'm just saying. I don't know how successful this part's gonna be. I may end up scrapping that. What's up, Mr. Danza? Good to see you today. It was me who came up with the idea for doing. Well, it was an idea that I had for making like a series based on famous paintings, but with frogs. And we're working on a reference that Garrett provided. Why does she smile? She smiles because she's a frog. Therefore, she smiles. Frogs have like a built-in smile. It's a lily pad. Also, the door is open. The back door is open. So if anyone hears like weird noises and stuff, it's just outdoor stuff. Since it's warm out, I'm going to take advantage of that. But we're also streaming, and I don't want a lot of background noise in it. But at the same time, it's warm out. Well, sort of. It's like in the 60s, which is way warmer than my house during the winter. Is that like a crocus? Well, we'll figure out flowers and stuff, the backgrounds and all. Okay. There will be other stuff in here. I feel like this is not exactly what I want. It doesn't feel foreshortened enough. Maybe that will work better. Crocus, no, it's a the flower. Let me look that up too. Crocus was a kind of a AC/DC sounding band. I spelled the C. No, I guess that's not what it is. Okay. Apparently that's not what it is. Anytime I switch tabs, YouTube like clamps down like extra freaking hard on my on the browser that I have the that I have my dashboard showing in, and I don't know why it's doing that. Like, it really needs to stop doing that. I need to be able to see what's happening in my dashboard, but I also need it to stop freaking clamping down on that so I can actually see in real time what's going on under the hood, right? They're like, but you might use data or something without our permission. Like, you know what? I'm trying to stream here. Don't make it impossible. I don't know why I keep doing that. For some weird reason, I keep putting a freaky line right there. Well, because it's supposed to overlap. Crap. No. There, that's the shape I was trying for. Let's see if we've got this. We'll start painting in a second. There is a bit of water in here too, making it extra watery. Extra watery. Like little lines around here. They were very AC/DC-ish. I really loved that about them. They also were very one-hit wonder and didn't really do much. Maybe they were... Maybe too many people were like, dude, you're just like AC/DC. You know? Maybe they didn't like that. Well, if you're streaming Darkest Dungeon, I would prefer you do that while I'm not streaming. But you may do it as you wish. Is that the problem? I had that too. All right. I guess that's how this is gonna work. All right. It's making me think of Muppets. You know, Muppets have that kind of frog face. I mean, you know, Kermit, of course, but I mean, I'm thinking of like Fraggles. All Jim Henson stuff sort of has that sort of frog look in the face. Which it made him successful. So I'm not dogging it. Okay. Fraggles are really good. I love Fraggle Rock. The world could use a little more Fraggle Rock. Alright, we're not going to actually turn this into line art. We're just trying to... I'm just trying to... Oh, we don't need these extra lines. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. I guess we're going to paint. I'm going to paint. And... paint. Okay. I'm gonna lose that nose. I kind of don't want to lose that nose. Yeah, we're losing the nose. But I can always get it back. I can always just sort of bump that down a little and try and trace that a little, get that back up to the surface. I could have it on the same layer and then the lines would just vanish away. That could be a thing too. But we're not going to do that. I promised myself that I would start working with layers. We're going to start working with layers. What, you gave them away? I mean, what? I'm like, okay, listen, kid. I will loan you these movies. But I'm gonna come back for them one day. So you take care of them. And if there's even one scratch, oh, there's gonna be hell to pay. I don't know why I'm filling it in like this. I'm just doing it. That's the thing, like, you gotta be careful because, like, they could take them away from her or something. People tried to help me out like that, too. It didn't matter. They always got to it. There was always a price to pay. Alright, let's lay in the something here like a almost a black, just to get the line in here. Where's the mouth? Oh yeah, been there. That's how I learned to cook, actually. I guess why. This is gonna be ugly until we make it better. Just so everyone knows. They're like, this mouth is gross. It's like a child drew it with a crayon, Braxton. Well, I know. I understand. This will start to look better, I promise. Or it won't, and I will be mortified. I will be humiliated beyond belief. And people will be like, Braxton, you promised. We have lost faith in you. It's about stealing DVD players. Wow. It's hard to believe we were ever that innocent. Wait, did I put Frog Friday in the title? I didn't. There we go. Problem solved. What I'm going to do is I will fade this. So for now we're just trying to work on like flat planes. And I will fade one into the other. Hopefully. Or I will fail. As Helen Van Wyck would say, or I will make soup. Yeah, let's grab, turn off pressure opacity so we get a cleaner laydown. This is always the nerve-wracking part of these kind of things. I feel like this should be a little more. It's hard mixing color with this thing. I'd rather be mixing color with a palette. We have one, but this one still confuses me a little bit. Because you have to go back and forth with these tools. are my other palettes? Here's this. This might be helpful with my Zorn palette. It's kind of a... Let's try that. So we'll do this and we'll blend over, maybe. I don't know, I may have completely screwed it up. Paint Shop Pro, I don't know who does that one. Corel, okay. I have a thing about Corel. I have an adversarial thing about Corel. I think this is a good color. This is kind of what I was going for. What's it say over here? Does it show where I'm at on the palette? It does. Okay. Which one? Oh, is this the one right next to me? Okay. I'm never going to be able to find that color again. I could just put some right there. Let's see. So my hand is sitting on the space bar. Alright, so what do we got here? If I put pressure opacity back on. It started to turn that form a little bit. Oh yeah, it's gonna take a while. We're gonna be here a long time. But that's fine. We don't have to finish it in one go. And no matter what, I am absolutely publishing this. You're like, nah, Braxton never publishes his videos on YouTube. He won't do it this time either. I might. You don't know. I don't like this highlight. Pen's getting weird. Actually, we're kind of pixelating a little bit. Didn't I set this to 300? 1000 by 1000, 300 DPI. Yeah, it should be larger. DPI is such a weird thing to understand. I mean, it's dots per inch, and it doesn't really matter, but it does matter. It changes the canvas size. Alright, we need a shadow color. Of course, it would help if I would use something other than this brush, too. If I use like a different brush, that might be helpful, but yet I don't want to. Let's grab that. Blending in real time. Square is good for pixels. Well, it's just the... Hey, Shug. Welcome in. Happy Frog Friday. Sorry, it took me a second. You were probably sitting there wondering, like, why isn't he responding? I'm sorry. I just don't look over often because I'm concentrating. It's frightening. Yeah, I get that. I get that. It does seem like it's a bit much. So there's the shadow, and there's the upper, like the upper part of the bottom lip, and then the shadow underneath, which I will have to refine that. And I'll build up in many layers. Or multiple passes, I guess. When you say layers with this stuff, people think you're talking about these things, and me personally, I'm not, because I don't use that many layers. Oh, there are times when I should. I know. With comics, I'm gonna have to when I start writing the graphic novel, would definitely need to. I need to do more layers and block out the panels and stuff. I'm kind of thumbnailing a little bit at the moment just to figure out how to do it, and then, well, I don't know. I need to rewrite the story, actually. I want this there. Well, that's not going to read well. Because I had this on a gray background so I can judge my tones a little better, and color picking from those when it's not very solid it's going to mix that with the gray. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but welcome in, Yadisak. Braxton is the master of shadows and contrast. I wish I was I wish I was those things. Let's just say that I am. Let's just fake it. Oh, there's a good blend right there. What I'm doing, if you're curious, is I've got a color, and we'll go over here. We'll grab something which will be the hair color anyway. So you can see the brush is kind of soft. It takes a few tries to get it full dark, as long as we have the opacity on. So what I'm doing is I'm doing that. If I'm blending between this one and just arbitrary this one, I'm going to take this and I'm making a tiny little mark, and you can see in the middle of that it smudged a very light layer, but it's going to read through those and give me like a middle value. That's why you see me sometimes pick up something, do a couple tiny strokes, and then pick an almost imperceptible area next to it, because I'm just sort of overlapping them to get them to show through. Like that. And you may not be able to see it. I can't even see it when I'm doing that, actually. Because I don't normally blend or zoom in that tightly. Another thing that I could do is this like painterly blender. This is a very cool one. Squeeze that down a little bit, and it just sort of smudges everything when you go across it. Like you see, it blends that out, kind of. You don't want to do too much. You do too much, it starts looking artificial. This one is called Painterly Blender. Yeah, and I think this one came with the Clip Studio. The cube brush is not. I got that from like Mark Burnett, who's is or was a Blizzard artist. And I found his brush pack. I'm like, hey, I like those brushes. So I got them. That's the story of Braxton's brushes. I'm not good at making my own brushes. Alright. This is just in a beginning stage. We'll mess with these and I'll darken them more later. Let's I don't know, should we start with the hair? Let's like grab some hair and get some basic colored in. A lot of the time, like in your work with certain mediums, like watercolor, you got to pop in the shadows first. And I mean, sorry, you put in the light stuff first, and then you go back over it with darker and darker colors. And it's like that with a lot of mediums. Like with oils, you tend to, since everything's so opaque, you can take a white and put it right on top of a black, and it'll cover it up pretty much. That's like the magic of oil paint. It's the opacity of it is just so strong. You can go in any direction you want with it, light to dark, dark to light, and the open time is crazy. Like you can work on those things for days, weeks, and they're still wet. But that's normally how, like when I was oil painting, that's how I would do it, is pop in shadows. But it just does not help me much to lay in the shadow first. I tend to, and I don't know if this is the right way, I tend to, here, let's turn off the brush or pressure opacity. I tend to start off with like a middle value, or what I perceive as a middle value, and then I start adding darks to it and adding light like that. So I don't know. I rarely know what I'm doing. Very rarely. I just go in a way that seems normal or natural for me. I'm sure my shadow game would be much stronger if I would lay those in first. Hey, son. Son. What's up, Heimdall? Lipa Frago Da Vinci. I've been studying. I used to study a lot of Da Vinci, and now the internet. And this is because I'm kind of pre-internet. So, because of internet, and because like YouTube has gotten much more, has gotten a lot more content in it than it did back in the day. It's easier to find like historical things and things about how he drew, which is very cool. I sit down like going over Da Vinci painting videos and stuff all the time. I've been trying to develop sort of a sketchy style, very much like his. Not like I'm trying to copy, but I just the roundness, the lines, the kind of looseness, like this is something I was kind of picking up from looking at his work. Rather than drawing straight lines around things, I kind of like describing them with these curves and stuff. So it felt kind of Da Vinci like, and I was like, you know what, it kind of fits, so let's stick with that, because I'm enjoying the technique, and whether it's a legit technique or not, maybe it's just how I do stuff, I don't know. Mostly my stuff is trial and error. Just keep plugging away at it until eventually it looks like something. That's probably why I gravitated towards oil paint, because it has such a long open time that you could, I mean, you can basically, if you stick with it long enough, and since the paint takes forever to dry, you can, eventually you'll just accidentally get it right. That's kind of how that's how I work. I just accidentally get something right. It's like that, like if you put in like a million monkeys in a room for a million years with typewriters, you'll probably have, you know, very dirty typewriters, but also, you know, that whole, these monkeys will write like a novel or something if you give them enough time. That's me. You give me enough time, this monkey will eventually make something that looks okay. Okay, we'll deal with that hair later. That's my answer for everything. Well, we'll deal with it later. Yeah, don't get fancy. I was getting fancy. Infinite amount of monkeys with a typewriter will supposedly produce the entire world. Yes, it was something like that, right? Okay. Yeah. I mean, it won't. That's insane. But still. Uh-oh, what'd I do? She got a mark. See, normally, I just paint over instead of like doing an undo or something like that. I just go back and paint over it. I try to work like I'm working with real paint. That's sort of what helps me. Because I'm trying to translate all this from oils or just, I don't know, traditional work. I get confounded with layers very easily. I'm not a smart man. As is evidenced by all the stuff I spend all this time when I'm working with layers. I spend all my time having to redo everything because I'm always painting on the wrong layer. Should this go down that far though? I don't know. I need to stop being so close to it. Start getting pixel blind. Nope. Don't do that. Okay, I think I like that shape. For now. How am I going to deal with this? It's sort of the upper lip shadow as it curves toward you and then drops down. Man, the wind out there is scary. I just sit here and hope that it doesn't like rip off a tree limb that crashes through my ceiling. I cannot afford to replace my ceiling again, or my roof again. Especially not now. It's crazy. It's like bending them sideways. I keep thinking about the comment about it, this brush being scary. It really is. Like, you're not kidding. It's weird that it is this chunky, but I do all my stuff with this one brush, though. I probably shouldn't. I should explore my brushes. I have a ton. I was having so much trouble getting the pressure to work, the pen pressure to work with this. And I thought there was something wrong with the brushes or something. I was like, I gotta find something. And I found like a brush pack, and it said Mega Brush Pack. It was not kidding. I just dumped the pack in there because you can't take them out individually. And there was like over 300 brushes. And it still didn't fix the problem. Eventually I figured out the problem. But this is why I have so many brushes. Normally I like to just have one brush. Or two. And then just do everything with that. Alright, let's narrow this down a little. Start to render. Kind of. I'm so non-committal with that. Because what if I say I'm rendering and then it doesn't render very well. Everyone will be like, but I thought you was rendering, Braxton. And now I have to put my money where my mouth is. Yeah, we're starting to do stuff. That spam bot. Thank you for catching that, Mr. Doll. Okay, so we have a little bit of a curve, a little corner in the mouth. Coffee ASMR. It kind of, can you hear me chugging? I used to put the coffee ASMR tag in my stream. What am I going to do? I want to bring this down and catch that line again that I had for the nose. And just bring that up here a little. It's going to be real dark though. You see, I'm just trying to transfer it to this top layer. The thing about this is there's no lines, really, up here. I mean, things in real life don't really have lines around them. What I mean is, there's no sharp edges up here. So we're dealing with shadows instead. There, I just want the general shape, and then we'll start messing with it. That's gonna be way too dark. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Alright, so let's grab some of that, whatever that is. And then we'll go back over. So these are the shines. I'm really liking the shape of this nose. I don't want to mess it up. There, it'd be better if I used less streaky, at least, if I just used a larger brush. Just grab that, like a secondary shadow or highlight. I'm sure this is exciting. Here. Oh. I want the other color. No. There we go. I think these eyes should be larger. It looks very abstract right now. Very Picasso. Somebody, wow, look, all right. The world of YouTube is just packed, jam-packed full of clickbait. And I'm so sick of it. I mean, they do it to get views, but all they do is wear people out. Because people are just like, you know what, you're probably not going to deliver, I'm not even going to look. You get so used to people promising and never delivering, you just get bored of it. And somebody had some crazy clickbait thing like, I hate Picasso and you should too. And I'm like, well, don't recommend channel. I just clicked don't recommend. That immediately that immediately made me just permanently never look at them again. Like, I don't know where you thought you were going with that, but that's just dumb. You're just being, it's just clickbait. You're just being divisive. Just for the hell of it. I mean, if you have something controversial to say, that's fine, but holy crap. I think people go too far. Like, you just say anything. Like, eventually. It's like, I'm thinking of, like, The Boy Who Cried Wolf, if you know that story. It works a few times, but eventually the townspeople are like, whatever. You know? And then didn't he get eaten? Or something? Isn't that what happened? I feel like that's what happened. Oversaturation. Yeah, it's like that was just too off-putting. It was too much. I'm not here for that. If you want to hate on Picasso, you go on ahead. You go tell everybody who wants to hear about that. It's your channel. Do as you wish. It's not like my YouTube is successful at all, so it's not like, you know, like I don't have a leg to stand on. If I'm trying to tell people what does and doesn't work, maybe it does work for them. But I just don't feel like doing that in my own videos. I'd rather just tell people what I'm doing. Maybe one day I'll change my tune. I'll be like, well, maybe I should. Maybe we should try some clickbait. Paint a frog. This one simple trick. This one brush will make you a frog master. I don't know. I would feel bad. That's the thing. I cannot just promise crap and not deliver. Okay, this nose is not looking good. I'm starting to panic a little bit. You know, I should add a little bit of yellow to that, maybe. At the end of the day, I just want to draw. That's it. I just want to draw. If anyone wants to watch me draw, well, please do. But you're not going to get much else out of me. I'm not going to say a lot of controversial stuff just for the heck of it. I'm not going to be divisive just to get views. Which may be to my detriment. You know, like it may be the worst decision ever. feel like I'm gonna be working on this nose a very long time. It's kind of getting there. Kind of not. It's like a very ugly Fraggle right now. Nose, Tradamus, wow. Heimdall, wow. It's too well defined, I think. I need to fade that out a little bit, I think. But we'll come back to it. Have like a little bit of a shadow back here. Start to define the back of the eyeball. Interestingly, when frogs eat, they blink. If you've ever seen a frog eat, it blinks and mashes its eye down. It's literally pushing its food down with its eyes. That's why it's doing that. The eyes, literally, the eyelids can push, and the eyelids themselves kind of float around in there. They're not like in the eye sockets. It shoves them down and pushes everything that's like trying to escape back down. They are cruel, cruel creatures. But I still love them. Let's grab that one. We have a little thing back in here we have to get rid of. And all I'm going to do is overpaint. And then paint back into it to shape it a little bit. Because that's just the sketch showing through. Which, if anything, I can just lighten the sketch, but you're just lowering the opacity. Which is what I will do later if any of it's showing through. But I don't recommend getting this close to your work. Because then you start obsessing on these little things that no one will see. You're wrong about Picasso. It was Van Gogh. Okay, wait, hold on. Which part of it? Because I missed the thing that you said that was about Picasso. I missed that part. See, I can always just lower this. You see? Ooh, that's creepy, right? With the dead eyes, the zombie eye. Zombie eyes. Also, you know, they used to do that on those old Chinese kung fu movies, which I adore. Like, you will not find a bigger Chinese kung fu movie fan than I. And they do that, like a blind man has always had white eyes, and usually it was just them rolling their eyes up into their head or something. Not like having white contacts or anything. You know, they went very low budget. But blind people don't do that. That's not normal. Blind people don't... I don't think they do. I don't think their eyes roll up into their head like that. I don't think their eyes are like that zombie white. Pretty sure it's not. You like the Jet Li stuff? Jet Li was good. Right? Jet Li, and he's one of the more modern ones, even though he's been around a long time. Jackie Chan is the other one I was thinking of. Jackie Chan has probably been in, I don't know how many. He must have done like over 100 movies in China before he came to the States and started doing stuff. That's probably not an accurate number, but I know he did a lot of them. His work schedule was really quite rough. We'll keep this lowered at 50% so I can get these things out of the way and still kind of see what I'm doing. You see, it kind of confuses my eye when I have all this to contend with. So if I can lighten that down, I see more of what I'm painting. Jet Li was great. Jackie Chan, great. But, and they're not, I mean, I think of them as like modern. Even though Jackie Chan has been around since about forever. I'm thinking like 60s and 70s Bruce Lee stuff. Love Bruce Lee. One of the best things about having a Roku, which I'm a huge fan of Roku, is that you can usually find some of those old kung fu movies, and even, I mean, especially the famous ones. But they also have a lot of, like, Legend of Drunken Master, and you know, what was that one? I can never remember the name of it. It's Seven Masters, or I don't remember now. It's basically they were like disabled kung fu masters. Like each one had like a physical deformity or something like that. Crippled master. Yes. Okay, thank you. Yeah. It's things like that I'm referring to when I'm talking about these kind of movies. I'm not just talking about like Enter the Dragon and stuff. But I'm a child of the 70s, so it makes sense that I would connect to those, watch those on Kung Fu Theater and other stuff all the time. And the 60s, didn't, like, Bruce Lee did these interviews on television as well. It was when he did that Be Like Water thing. If anyone knows that one, that's what that came from. That was from a TV interview. Be like water, my friend. What an amazing human being. Incredibly smart. I think I heard once that he had read like over 10,000 or like 5,000, 10,000 books. It was some astronomical number. He had like thousands of books in his own personal library and had read them all. Really smart. 36 Chamber of Shaolin. You'll have to describe something of that so that I can try to remember, because I'm certain I've seen it. As big of a fan as I am, I can't make my memory better, though. I wish I could do that. It's starting to come together. It's a little too much definition on the nose yet, but yeah, it's starting to become a thing. And I'll put more shading in here. We'll do several more passes. I'm just laying in. I guess I'm blocking, right? I'm blocking. How are these eyes gonna be? I want like a gold. This is gonna be an orange, I suppose. Weirdly, Nightbot is doing that as well as the Ko-Fi Streambot. Maybe I enabled one or the and then the other. I don't remember. I'm not liking this color. I'm feeling like we're gonna have to change it. Turn off pressure opacity so I can get a more solid lay down. Oh, I dug out my oil paints, what I have left of them. Fortunately, I have a giant, like a half-gallon thing of terpenoid, which is my preferred solvent. I thought I had lost that. I'll get back into oil painting, maybe. Well, let's just go black. This has been so relaxing. I haven't had a cigarette in over an hour. Well, that's good. Keep that trend. Nicotine does not relax you. It just basically it creates the withdrawal. That's what I'm trying to say. It creates the withdrawal. So when you have more of it, it's sort of, I guess it's fixing or treating the problem that it itself caused. And I used to smoke. I smoked for like decades. I think I finally was able to stop in my 40s. But I'm not here to preach. What I'm saying is, if you have a foothold, take advantage of it. You have a foothold in not smoking. Keep running with that. Because it is difficult. Like really difficult. I must have quit like over 6 times before I finally got it right. Oh, I even tried. Oh, I tried nicotine gum too. That was painful. It's like a form of torture. You know, the cutting down thing. Oh, I'll just cut back a little bit. No, you're just torturing yourself. Just rip off the band-aid. It's like that. Like a band-aid hurts much worse. There's pain, but the pain lasts much longer when you're ripping off the band-aid slowly. If you just yank it, like quick, it's gone. You had to suffer, but at least it wasn't like a grueling slog that took months on end. Because I have been in that boat, man. Nicotine gum was expensive too. How far do I want to go with this eye? Like that? If it's not something you have to do, well, that's good. That is good. I was, I smoked like a pack, 2 packs a day. And I did that for years and years. And then I started doing, I'd quit for a long time, then I fell off the wagon. And then I found nicotine gum. And I quit that. And then fell off the wagon again. I have fallen off that wagon so many times. The Braxton wagon of pain. That was my wagon. I don't know what I'm saying now. I'm just talking. This is where the point at which I get so weird after I'm zoning out on this, and I just start rambling, and then later on I'm like, oh my god, why do I say these things? And then the video doesn't get published. I have so many unpublished stream videos. And later I'll be like, stupid Braxton, stupid. Just like an insane person. Usually I end my stream saying, oh, that's never getting published. I say that to myself, of course, but like, yep, throw another one on the pile of dead videos that are never getting published. Well, how much did I smoking deterring streams? Want to quit smoking? Watch Braxton. Okay, that's okay. Wherever that is in the chat, that's when I finally looked over. Sorry, I'm not ignoring chat. I'm just inattentive. You know what? I think that this needs to be straighter. This is a problem. I think I exaggerated this side of the nose too much. It's difficult when you got to think about I don't know, on Twitch we don't have to worry about that too much. I mean, we do, but we don't because Twitch is ineffective anyway at growing our channels. And YouTube is better at it. So, like, I personally am more careful. My mindset is screw Twitch. The only opinion I need is YouTube's opinion, and that's it. If YouTube is okay, then I'm okay. I'll get a letter from YouTube later on. They'll send me an email. We are not okay. Get demonetized, Braxton. I'd have to get monetized first. So, joke's on them. Hey Servo, Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad 91. I don't know what... Is that a show? Is that like a manga? We've monetized you just so that we can demonetize you. Yes. That's what I expect. I did make an email specifically for YouTube contact. People like to have an outlet for their rage. What is it? I don't know. It's on my channel. I haven't even looked in there to see if anyone's sending me anything. Probably not. What is it like? Third Coffee? I think it's just thirdcoffeestudio@gmail.com. Oh, turn that pressure opacity back on. I'm just about to completely destroy this nose. See, it was too well defined. I know. We'll fix it later. We'll fix it in post, whatever that means. Something movie people say or something, right? Alright, we need to get a shadow in here. But this is where it gets scary. Why is that not dark enough? It needs to come up slightly. This little kind of a hook. So it conveys the roundness. And the eye is sticking out, right? I'll put another one in here. Should I leave that a little bit like that? Yeah. I'm gonna paint back over a little bit. Yeah, starting to Starting to become a thing. That eraser is gigantic. Also, we'll be doing an emote for Pi fairly soon. Piler's in. I just didn't want to do it on Frog Friday. I think it'll be a quick one. I think it'll be a simple one. It'll be fun. We'll have a good time. Also, how much of that is sketch that I'm looking at? Let's turn off the sketch. Whew, gigantic eraser. Starting to get there. Here. This does not have a lot of shadow over here. Shiny bits, you like them? I'm hoping so. I'm maybe overly critical. So I kind of rely on others to tell me what's what. But always be honest. If it sucks, you're gonna have to say so. Just be nice. It's okay to tell me that my stuff sucks. Just be nice. I can take it. But not when you're a jerk. Right? It's the non-jerk clause in the contract that everyone signs when they come in here. And the Baby Talk nickname contract, that's another contract that you have to sign. But only if you use a Baby Talk nickname. I guess it's a preliminary contract. Is there such a thing as a preliminary contract? No gaslighting. Yes, that's right. You know, this isn't This is a business. I'm making stuff that's supposed to look good. And if it doesn't look good, don't blow sunshine up my skirt about it. Say so. Of course, I have the right to disagree. You might be like, but Braxton, it sucks. And I'll be like, no, it doesn't. And then that will be the end of it. No, you have to take critique, or you can't get better. And if you're in business to make stuff for other people, then you should listen to the other people. Right? I'm being very ginger about these. I still feel like I can see that. Is it just my monitor? Let's turn opacity and pressure opacity off. Sometimes my eyes see extra shadows in here because I've been staring at this monitor for so long. I have to stop and say, wait a minute, is that a thing? And so I'll wiggle this back and forth to see if it's a thing. I don't know, does that happen to anybody else? That's just a Braxton thing. I feel like we should have done a bigger canvas. I would have given myself more pixels to work with. Oh right, that's what I was talking about before. The working with comics. You have to figure out, because they're going to be printed, and you have to sort of figure out the sizes and resolutions of things. And DPI gets confusing, because people will be like, well, DPI doesn't mean anything, right? If it's just for web stuff, it doesn't mean anything, but it changes the size of the canvas, however. But it's also changing the size of the pixels. So it's giving you... like, higher DPI is... it's collecting more information for print, if you're printing. Because you can get a lot of dots per inch, but pixel size differs from screen to screen, right? So, like the pixels on a 1040 or 1080 monitor are going to be larger, right, than the pixels on, 1440 or like a 4K or something like that. So that's what we're trying to convey, is what it's going to be like when it prints. Like, your intention is to print, so it's giving you more pixels. It's representing the tinier pixels from a larger resolution. If that's, I don't know if that's making sense. It barely makes sense to me. All I know is, actually I know nothing. No, all I know is it does increase the canvas size. Yeah, it's weird. It's hard. It's like it's estimating for you how many pixels you're going to need for a specific output of a specific size. So if I went 11 by 17, which is a normal comic page, and I went 300 DPI for that, if I went 600 DPI, it would be much larger. But the final image is still going to print out at 11 by 17. Right? But the digital canvas is kind of adjusting for your output in a way. I still don't think I'm saying it right. I think it has to do with the fact that the pixels are different sizes. So it's compensating. Is that the word I'm trying to look for? I think it's compensating for those pixel size differences. Well, that's why they usually go larger. You know, comic books are much smaller than that 11 by 17. And so you, especially when in the early days when the printing was a little more, like printing technology wasn't as good, it was better to have a larger image and size it down. It'd stay sharp. But if you're trying to size up, well, good luck with that. Like these days, you can digitally add more, like a higher DPI. You can upscale it and it'll look fine. And with AI now, you can upscale it even better. But it was common to, and it still is, it's still common to size them down. Always go bigger than what you need, because when they print it, they're going to size it down. It'll make it sharper. AI is a good tool for a lot of things. It's good for popping out backgrounds really quick. And detail stuff, things that are just too tedious for a human being. I just don't like when people use it instead of actually doing the work. You know? Like, just do the work. There. I need that profile. You see? That's what I'm looking for. I want that little, like, thickness. Because that's the lip. Like there. It's just that little lump is going to help sell it. Super big if you use a servo for scale. That's what we should just have, like some odd thing to show the scale of something. Banana for scale. And you just put a banana next to it. Who is it that does that? Puts a banana next to things to show the scale. I think it was some YouTuber. Dick Danza per scale, and you just put like an image of Dick Danza next to the drawing to show how big the drawing is. If everyone knows how big a Danza is, you could measure things in Danzas, like a new measurement scale, a new metric. There, start cutting in this profile so we can see this sort of cheek bit from the skull. Oh, right, I had an idea of doing like a frog, like a glass frog. You know, as we do all anthro frog stuff. I was thinking of like a glass frog. That'd be cool. If anyone knows, if anyone has ever seen a glass frog, and I can show you one on my desktop here. That's a glass frog. And you can see all their organs and stuff inside of them, which his don't show because you can't, you know, the tummy is hidden tummy. But that'd be neat. That'd be a very challenging drawing. I think that'd be fun though. What am I picking? There. Crouching Frog hit. I had almost said that. You know, the thing is, I never really liked that movie. Right? I'm a fan of martial arts movies, and yet I never really liked that movie. Why is this green? Did I pick up some green accidentally? Does anyone else see green, or is it just me? I don't know. I'm seeing green. There's green in here. Somehow I've mixed green into my stuff. Let's grab. Meh. I think I'm making it worse. Of course, it would be slightly green if we think about reflective light off of the upper lip. Something like that. What's up, Who's Gone? No. I would hope they wouldn't get any sun exposure. The sun would just go straight through them. It's very, very cool. Let me see if we can find an image real quick. Here. You can see... Oh my god. Holy shit, don't do that. Don't fucking... Do not put videos on my screen. Great. Here's another video that won't be published. No, it'll be fine. Only 2 nodes played. They're not going to DMCA me for that. Do not offer video, please. Can you see that? That's a glass frog. It's crazy. You can see all the bones. You can see the organs. Look at that. There's a female with eggs. That is just awesome. I cannot think of another animal that's as interesting. Nothing does that. Nothing. Well, probably something. I'm sure something else does that. Do they... they look transparent? I don't know what they look like to each other. Is that maybe that's the conversation when they argue. You are so transparent. You know, when one's trying to make a point. I'm like, don't call me transparent. I can see your eggs. I know what you had for lunch. You ate that cockroach. I can see it right there. Mr. Atomic, it's good to see you. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well. I'm painting a frog lip currently. How about we do that? We'll merge those like that. Turn the pressure opacity back on. It's gonna take me a while to work out this. The shadow on that. It's the Frogalisa. Eventually this will be here. We'll turn on the sketch. There. We'll bump up the sketch so you can see. The Frogalisa. Or Lady Amphibia. I think I like that one. Frogoless from Lord Frogolass. No, it's not. So there you go. Lily pad. And then, you know, we got the clothing. You know what? Let's block that in. Because we're getting close. We're nearing the end. And as these are going on YouTube, I don't want to do much longer than 3 hours. YouTube does not tolerate long videos well. I try to keep them 2 or 3 hours. And of course, the brush freaks out for no reason. I think it stayed contained in there. I don't see any damage. Okay. First of all, this is still freaking me out a little bit. Don't you do it, Braxton. Locked layer. I almost painted on the wrong layer. I do not trust myself. This is why we only paint on one layer. Oh, look, I did it. Look. What did I put that on? Yep. I did it. I put that on the sketch layer. We'll have to fix that later. You swear too much. I try not to. It will hurt your monetization. It's not going to make it impossible, but you should probably, like, I streamed for GOG.com. I streamed for them on their channel for some years, and so I have a practice. I have a lot of practice from that. Yeah. And basically, we're told to, you know, swearing is okay, but try to stay away from the F-bomb. Right? Some of them don't. Some of them don't. Some of them still use the F-bomb a lot, but Still, we were told to basically stay away from the F-bomb, but, you know, it's okay to curse. It's normal, it's human. And I have a lot of, like, training from that. I did that for, what, four years? So it's not a problem for me. And that's how I think of it. I just use GOGCOM rules on YouTube. Oh yeah, pressure opacity. See, this is what I'm trying to do, is get that corner in there a little bit. Really, I'm just trying to remind myself to pay attention to the shading on the corner of the mouth. Right there. We're not going to do much more. In fact, I will do more later. I'm going to block in the dress before we call it for the day. Make sure you're on the right layer, Braxton. Braxton. What are you gonna be? I swear, everything I do is either green or brown. It's like there's only two colors in this world. Green or brown. I don't know, just so we can lay this in. We'll come up with something later. And we'll pick that up again. Let's do a darker thing and just lay in a shadow first. Since I tend not to do that until later, and I should probably do that now. I need to work at being faster. There we go. Just blocking some basic color. And I still don't like this. This has to come over. Okay, green. Just pick a green, Rexon. There. We always use green though. Frogs can be tons of colors. On the sus frog emote, that has a bunch of colors in it. There's red and stuff in that. I don't know what I'm doing. Stop doing that. I don't like this color. I'm tired of making all these browns though. It's not like it's a bad color, but yeah, not liking that either. I don't like that color. Oof, that's too bright. Oh my god. But it's brown. It's brown again. Just everything is brown. Let's see, is it gonna be the same color? I'll use this one for the lily pad. Magenta. I liked punk. I'm like, what is that? Is that the new thing that the kids say these days? Oh yeah, we'll have to make that a thing. It's so punk, bruv. See, that's what'll get them. All the kids, they'll be like, talking. They'll be adding that into their slang. As the children do. One of these, I'll work on that. I'll convince somebody that that's a thing. And it'll become a thing, and then everyone will be like, you know what? I know the dude that invented that. He was punk before punk was cool. I'm still having that transparent frog conversation in my head. Your lies are so transparent. If everybody wondered what's going on in Braxton's head, probably conversations between frogs. I don't know. I guess that's going to be as good as we're getting for today. We've locked in. We did a little bit of rendering on the face. We will work more on the face, but it's kind of starting to get there. I can see straight through you. Okay. I still don't know what to do with that orange color. I guess we'll just keep it there. Better than Leonardo. That'll be the clickbait title. Better than Leonardo. No. No, it'll just have the same weird title as it always does. It'll just be like live stream number something. I'm still torn on that one too, because I don't know which one to number it at, because I have live streams 2 through 5 or 3 through 5, which have not been published, and then I just put this in there, live stream 6, and then someone's gonna be like, well, where's the missing live streams? So I don't know if I should number this sequentially with the others, or if I should just publish the others. I can't publish the others. They're unpublishable. I don't know. Anyway, this is the video as it is. If anyone stayed till the end, more power to you. And remember to click share. You don't have to like. You don't have to thumbs up. You don't have to thumbs down. You don't have to get in heated, insane conversations with anyone in the comment section either. But you can if you want. Okay, everyone, have a really great day. I will be back tomorrow doing more of this and maybe some emote design. Maybe. Okay, that's it. Everyone have a good one.